good evening. Tonight, we invite you to look beyond the stereotypes and cinematic tropes that have long defined Russian women in the global imagination. For decades, the world has been captivated by the image of the mysterious, glamorous Bond girl. But the reality is far richer, more complex, and infinitely more interesting. Tonight we're talking about Russia, a country of vast landscapes, deep traditions, and a society in constant transformation. From the bustling streets of Moscow to the quiet corners of rural villages, Russian women play a vital role in shaping the nation's story. Despite its often masculine image, women actually make up the majority of Russia's population. They are present in every sector, working in factories, leading in politics, innovating in science, and driving change in business. Their contributions are woven into the very fabric of Russian society. Yet this visibility does not mean that Russia is a feminist utopia. In fact, many women face significant challenges, struggling against outdated expectations, workplace discrimination, and a lack of equal opportunities. The fight for gender equality is ongoing, and progress is often hard-won. Beneath the surface, a deeply conservative and patriarchal structure persists, placing a heavy burden on women. Many juggle demanding careers with the expectation of managing households and raising children, often with little support or recognition. And let's not forget the stereotypes. The image of the tall, blonde Russian woman is just that, a stereotype. In reality, Russian women are incredibly diverse, representing a wide range of backgrounds, appearances, and experiences. The real story is one of diversity, hidden struggles, and remarkable resilience. Russian women support each other, build communities, and persevere through adversity, often finding strength in solidarity and shared experience. So, grab your nearest matryoshka doll, because we're about to open it up and discover layer after layer of stories, challenges, and triumphs. There's so much more inside than you might expect. Let's dive in and explore the real lives of Russian women beyond the Bond girl myth. Russia is often perceived as a land where men dominate the public sphere, a place shaped by powerful male leaders and a long history of patriarchal traditions. This image is reinforced by countless films, literature, and news stories that focus on the strength and stoicism of Russian men, painting a picture of a society led and defined by masculinity. But beneath this surface, the reality is quite different. Women actually make up the majority of the population, and their presence is felt everywhere, from bustling cities to remote villages. Russian women are the backbone of the nation, contributing to every aspect of life. They drive the economy as workers, shape policy as politicians, and push boundaries as scientists and engineers, often balancing these roles with family responsibilities. Yet, despite their vital roles, the world often sees Russian women through a narrow lens, reduced to symbols of beauty or tradition, rather than recognized as leaders and innovators. This demographic and social truth stands in stark contrast to the enduring myth of a cold, male-dominated Russia, a myth that overlooks the real power and presence of women in shaping the nation's past, present, and future. On the surface, Russia seems progressive with women in powerful positions. However, beneath this shiny exterior is a deeply entrenched sexist structure. Women face contradictory expectations, balancing careers with traditional roles, creating a paradox of empowerment and subjugation. The stereotype of the Russian woman as a tall, blonde supermodel is pervasive, especially in Western media and pop culture. Images of elegant women striding through snowy streets in high fashion have become almost iconic, shaping how outsiders imagine Russian femininity. But this image is not just inaccurate, it's deeply misleading. In reality, Russian women represent a vast and vibrant spectrum of backgrounds, ages, and ethnicities. From bustling cities to remote villages, their lives and stories are as varied as the country itself. Reducing them to a single cliché erases the richness of their identities, their daily challenges, and the unique struggles they face. Each woman's journey is shaped by her own experiences, ambitions, and the community she belongs to. Imagine if we said all American men were loud, overweight tourists in Hawaiian shirts. Clearly, that would be absurd. Stereotypes like these flatten real people into caricatures, missing the truth entirely. The truth is far more complex and far more interesting. Russian women, like women everywhere, are individuals, each with her own story, dreams, and voice. Russia is a vast land with diverse experiences for women. A woman's life can vary greatly depending on her location, from cosmopolitan Moscow to remote Siberian villages. The idea of a single Russian woman's experience is a complete fiction. It's a spectrum of experience so wide it almost defies comprehension. Russia exports stereotypes like the seductive spy and the gold digger, but these are diverging from reality. The gap between this image and the lived experience is vast. The stereotype isn't just outdated, it's a deliberate distraction from a much more complex and often painful truth. Most Russian women juggle work, study, and domestic labor. They are often the primary caregivers for children and aging parents. Many are solo mothers, raising children single-handedly. This is the unglamorous, unseen work that keeps the country running. There are two Russias, Moscow and everywhere else. In Moscow, women have more opportunities, but outside, traditional roles prevail. The career ambitions of a Muscovite might seem unattainable elsewhere. A passport might say Russian Federation, but the lived reality is dictated by postcode. On the fringes, indigenous women face unique challenges, from climate change to lack of healthcare. In militarized zones, life is lived under geopolitical tension. These diverse stories are all part of the Russian narrative. Russia has a skewed gender ratio, with 10 million more women than men. This imbalance creates social pressure, especially in relationships. Instead of empowering women, it often leads to a desperate marriage market. Despite being the majority, women lack social, economic, and political power. The man shortage creates pressure to marry quickly, often to unsuitable partners. Relationships become a high-stakes game, with women pressured to conform. In 2017, Russia decriminalized certain forms of domestic violence. A first offense of physical assault is now an administrative offense, punishable by a fine. This law sends a message that a certain level of violence is acceptable. It is, in effect, state-sanctioned domestic abuse. The law was championed by conservative female MPs, claiming it preserves traditional family values. This warped logic blames victims for reporting abuse. The law traps victims, silencing them with the threat of social ostracization. The Russian Orthodox Church promotes a patriarchal vision, limiting women's roles. Female independence is framed as a threat to society. Women are told their aspirations are a threat to the nation. With the war in Ukraine, women are told to tolerate traumatized husbands. They are unofficial therapists for soldiers, absorbing the war's fallout. The state outsources the human cost of conflict onto women. Most victims never report domestic violence due to shame and risk. The legal system protects perpetrators and punishes victims who defend themselves. It's a cruel paradox. The state will not protect you, but it will punish you for protecting yourself. Many Russian women are rejecting marriage and traditional relationships. Educated women seek equality, not settling for less. This quiet revolution is a mass strike against the patriarchy. Despite obstacles, Russian women are resilient entrepreneurs. They hold leadership roles and run businesses, succeeding despite the system. It's a testament to their drive and refusal to accept limited roles. The pay gap and forbidden professions hold women back. Women earn less and are barred from certain jobs, regardless of qualifications. It's paternalism codified into law, treating women like children. Appearance is a prerequisite for women in professional spaces. They invest time and money into their looks to be taken seriously. It's a beauty tax, reinforcing the idea that value is tied to appearance. The pressure to conform fuels a booming beauty economy. Cosmetic procedures are normalized, raising the bar for everyone. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry built on female insecurity. Despite challenges, Russian women resist discrimination and violence. They lead grassroots movements and create lifelines for victims. Their resistance is a powerful force for change. Russian women are educated, resilient, and resourceful. They navigate a hostile system, refusing to accept subordinate roles. Their collective refusal may be the most powerful force for change. Women excel in education but face discrimination in leadership. The system educates them but refuses to promote them. It's an incredible waste of human potential. We've learned that Russia's image is a myth. Women are the majority, yet undervalued and unprotected. They endure, resist, and fight against stereotypes and patriarchy. When the majority decides they've had enough, change is inevitable. Thank you.